Hey guys, okay, so this is a part 2 to a part 1 out of 1 video because I thought it was only going to be one part, but there was a lot of footage that I wanted to show to you guys, so I split it into two. This video should be a very quick one. This just shows a bunch of different things that I found in the Tesla that I'm still learning, things that I have enjoyed, things that I don't quite enjoy, and some opinions about it. There's some cool things that we caught on Tesla Sentry Cam and all the dash cams and stuff. But yeah, here it is. Just press it.
First things first, charging. The one thing I was worried about was charging. I live in a New York City apartment without access to a home garage, so that means no home charging. I decided to still go with a Tesla because there are quite a few superchargers and regular EV chargers around my area, so it seemed easy enough to get some fuel. I have the Standard Range Plus Model 3, which means I have about 240 miles on a full charge. Yeah, it's advertised 263, but I really get closer to 240 or 250. I thought it might be annoying to charge, but it's actually okay. There are plenty of things to keep me distracted, like Netflix or some video games. However, it also happens that the charger I usually go to is attached to a mall, so I can usually find other things there to keep me occupied.
Now, before continuing, the next 11 minutes are of me going through the features I use a lot and how I use them. So if it's not your thing, feel free to skip to the end for a bit of info on the next video. Alright, so if you're still here, it either means you're interested or you've fallen asleep. Either way, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so getting into the car is pretty simple. Ooh, wow. Getting into the car is pretty simple. Usually you just push in, and you go. Now you're wondering, how did you unlock that car without, doing anything? Well, that's kind of the beauty of this car. Or the key is synced to my phone and it will unlock automatically, turn everything on. Would you look at that? So these people actually wanted to go look at it and touch it and So you might be wondering, okay, so you save the footage, how do you get it? Is it attached to your phone? Unfortunately, it isn't. So I have to go over here, glove box, and if you can see that, there is a USB drive that Tesla provides now with the new refresh. I think 2021 models. Okay, weird. Okay, so let me give you a little quick overview of this car. So first things first is everything to do with most of the car in terms of lights or mirrors, adjusting your seat. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is this quick control. The nice thing is that your headlights, you can control them here. So say you're in a garage and you don't need the parking lot, you don't need the headlights, or you don't want them too strong, you can turn that on. I leave them on auto just because usually the Tesla is very good about kind of keeping track of what needs to be or what needs light and whatnot. You make your adjustments here in terms of where you want your mirrors and your steering wheel to be. So right now my steering wheel for easy entry is here, but when I decide to go to my profile, the seat starts to move and the steering wheel starts to move towards me. Now you couldn't see, but the lights or but the mirrors also adjusted slightly to compensate for what I had set it originally. So now I'm just going to go back to easy entry and everything goes back to what it was originally. Now here is entertainment. This is where a lot of the fun stuff happens. So you got your YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, Twitch, and your tutorials. They are supposedly adding more, but who knows when those will come. There's a bunch of games. I will admit, I do not play most of these games. I think the only ones that I play or have played are Asteroids, 2048, Chess, Beach Buggy, Cuphead, and Stardew. I did play a little bit of this, but
I haven't really had the car long enough to kind of just sit here and play. It's really fun. I do have a couple controllers in the car, so I don't know if you saw, but when I showed in the glove box, there's one controller there, and I plugged that into here, into this console, and then I have another controller actually already plugged into the console, just because. Now, here's the toy box. Boombox lets you replace different sounds. Right now I have this as the horn sound, and when I'm driving in like a parking lot or residential area that is slow or like not heavily trafficked, I make sure to put something on for the driving sound just so people can hear, because it would be really bad if they didn't hear and whatnot. Emissions, we have a lot of fun with this. We can just so tracks, you can create your own jams. I'm sure you've seen this one already. Romance mode, this one creates a fireplace. I'm not going to do it because it's really warm right now. Let's see, sketchpad, make your own sketches. Now, please remember to like and subscribe. That was a weird E, but you get it. Okay, let's see. Let's just keep going through it. Mars, it turns your navigation into like Mars. We tried this at a parking lot. It was cool, but scary. Santa mode, scary. I'm not going to do it because we just could not figure out how to make it low. I'm pretty sure I actually had to turn it off, and oh man, I don't remember what I did to turn it off, but that was scary, and I don't think I'm going to be doing that anytime soon. Rainbow Road, we can engage it 4 times and it just creates, you know, a rainbow road in your lane, which is kind of cool. What other things do I have in here? So seat warmers, that's what these are, or quick access to seat warmers. As you saw earlier, this is how you control your airflow. Now look, I can show where I want the airflow to go and where I want it directed. You have your normal, like your head, your body, or your feet. You can schedule, you can turn the AC, you can make it higher. This is the reuse the air from inside the cabin. That's also where you activate dog mode, camp, right? Because you'll be camping in the car, or you just turn it on normally, or you just leave it off. This is where you navigate. Now, one cool thing is you can go here and say target. It'll start navigating to the closest target or a target. It'll give you options and say, I want to go to this one. Boom. Now it's telling me how I'm going to get there. And it'll tell me about what battery life or what battery percentage I should be arriving there. And if I were to go there and back, I should be back with about 47%. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys a couple other things that we got. These are your other physical buttons, so your lights are physical and your hazard lights are physical. You've got your wireless charging pad, 2 phones. Now right now I only have this cloth over here just so that it's easy access to grab it and whatnot. But another thing that you have is this space right here in the center console. Right now I have a controller and I have several cords, both Lightning and USB-C because I need both. As you can see, this is just a generic controller for the entertainment. And one accessory that I did get for this car is another drawer. So this has my secondary mask, has some more cords, just some random stuff, but it just utilizes the space a little better. Okay, so none of that recorded. But I was saying that as someone who's 5'5", this seems pretty comfortable to me. I've got a lot of leg room, and the headspace isn't too terribly close to my head, and I'm also leaning back. Now, if I were to really stretch and sit upright, yeah, I can see that. It can be a little problem for those who are taller or a little bigger. I still have a lot of clearance in the head, and everything still seems fine. I will say maybe the windows are a little short or a little small, I guess, compared to normal cars, because it doesn't seem to be as big, and it might just have to deal with how the car tapers down on the outside as a design. But overall, I think this is pretty comfortable. Now, if you are taller, I would definitely recommend doing the Model Y, just because there's just a lot more room, a lot more leg room for you, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's just a lot more comfortable for those who are bigger. I think this is perfectly fine for me. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the frunk and the trunk. Open those. Okay. So this is the frunk. You've got some space here for groceries or whatever. I recently kept some takeout food in here, and it made no smell in the car, which was nice. Now, to close this, they recommend that you put 2 hands around the Tesla logo and then push. So here, now they recommend doing it 2 hands here and not directly on the logo, because it could bend the aluminum. But I found that doing 1 hand and just being a little more gentle and pushing it down works just fine. And last but not least, you got the trunk of the car. Now, the 2021 models come with this button right here, and so that means it's a power lift gate, which means I don't need to press it or I don't need to physically move it down to close. So that you got lots of storage. You have this. This is the charging kit, and it's underneath this really deep trunk. There's a lot of storage here, and you can even camp. You can put the seats down and camp in the back. Now, here is, let me do this. You can just press this and watch it go down. Hey guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video. I loved every second of owning this car so far, and can't wait for all the adventures. Next week, I'll be showing you guys some house tours and an impromptu theme park adventure. So stick around, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Leave a like, comment, and hit subscribe for more content.